Hey y'all! For those of you who don't know me, my name is Miss Two B's, and I vowed to be more transparent for the new year. So I wanted to start off this story time series where I'm sharing a few crazy personal stories just so that you know you're not alone going through certain things, and to let you know some of the lessons that I learned from some of my own personal experiences. So I'm gonna start this off with the story about the time I found out my ex-boyfriend cheated on me and I canceled his flight to Vegas. I know you're thinking, the fuck? So, I was with this young man for 4 years from the ages of 18 to 22. And, wait, no, that don't make sense. 19, 20, 22. I can't remember the math right now. But anyway, we was together for 4 years. And before our relationship, we had like a good friendship for a couple years before that. So we kind of knew each other pretty well. Like we knew like about each other's flows and who we used to talk to and all that type of shit. So I it's actually funny how I found out. We were laying down and his phone vibrated and an unsaved number texted the eyes emojis, and I got suspicious because our relationship was pretty much on the rocks at that point in time. And I just had like a gut feeling, and I've never went through his phone before this, but something just told me to go through it. So I guessed his password because it was just so easy for me to guess. And I have a conversation with this girl pretending that I'm him. So I'm talking to this girl, and then I'm like, oh, did you have fun with me the other night? And she was like, yeah, it was mad fun. I was mad drunk. So I'm just like, okay, that means that they linked up and, you know, doing God knows what. So I'm furious at this point. I'm shaking. I wake him up with a knife. I'm like, what the fuck is this? I eventually ditched the knife, and like after about like freaking 30 minutes of interrogation, he admits to cheating on me. So, you know, I was hurt about the situation, and I went to Miami the following day. I came back from our trip, and, you know, he was asking for forgiveness, and I wanted the relationship to work because he was like my best friend at the time. So I wanted the relationship to work, and that was mistake number one, because the relationship taught me that I cannot tolerate cheating. Like, I turn into a psycho once my trust is broken. So I should have just walked away from the situation. But I wanted it to work, and I thought I could handle it. But clearly I couldn't, because I started doing the most. Then he wanted to go to Vegas for Memorial Weekend with his friends, and I just was not with the shits. I'm like, no, what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. I don't trust you. No. Are you crazy? Just no. So, he was adamant about going. So I'm like, you know what? That's fine. I hacked into his email. I found the flight confirmation. I called the airline and I canceled the flight. So, you know, I was like sitting there all evil, thinking my plan all worked. And then I just started feeling bad as time got closer. And then I spoke to my aunt, and then my aunt told me that, you know, basically she told me what I did was wrong. And I purchased another flight. You know, I found a way. I cried. I'm like, I canceled your flight. You know, like he was so pissed and whatever. So he ended up going to Vegas, living his best life. And, you know, I was home sick. Actually, I wasn't even home. I was on a family vacation in Orlando, sick to my stomach. I hacked his Instagram. I was looking at everything that he was doing. Like, I just turned into this crazy psycho. So, I retaliated by posting up a picture with someone that he didn't like. And, you know, at that point, he was just done with me. Like, just done with me at that point. So, he came back just not wanting to fuck with me no more. And what made matters even worse was on his way back, he was on a flight with this girl that was like on his body like the whole trip. So I put him on that flight, because if I didn't cancel the flight initially, he would have never been on that flight with her. So that's one lesson I learned. Do not do karma's job. Do not do karma's job. He ended up on that flight with that girl because I put him there. Learn your tolerance and learn when to walk away, because we just stayed in a relationship just hurting each other after I already knew in my heart that I couldn't trust him anymore. So I know I can't handle when a guy cheats. So if I'm ever in that situation again, I will walk away. And 3, just don't be petty. Like, being petty is not the way to go. Karma always does its job. Just do not be petty. So, like, share in the comments if you've ever did anything crazy when you found out your girlfriend or boyfriend was cheating on you. Like, subscribe, and let me know if y'all like this story time. I'll do it more often. Peace.